Superman! James Gunn's introduction to the new DC Universe releases this weekend. I saw it at the Amazon Prime early screening. One of my most anticipated movies of the year. Would have been number one if Mission Impossible Final Reckoning didn't exist. That movie disappointed me. Did this one disappoint me? Or was it just as I wanted it to be? I'll tell you here in this review. Before I dive right in, please make sure to subscribe, like button, hit the bell, and comment down below what are your opinions of James Gunn's Superman. And what were your expectations if you haven't seen the movie already? Real quick, I'm going to show off my Superman memorabilia before I'm still trying to figure out where I'm going to put all my Funko Pops and collectible action figures and stuff. But for now, I just want to show them off. Got Superman and Lex. Those Funko Pops. Got to get them out of the way of the light. Just set them right here for now. And then I went to Walmart to get the 4K of Sinners. And they had all the Superman ones. Now, I'm something called broke, or else I'd get the Lex Luthor and Mr. Terrific one. But I got Superman because it comes with all these cool faces and Crypto the dog. So, let's dive into what I thought of the introduction to the DCU Superman. And it matched all of my expectations. It was awesome. I love this movie. If you saw the trailer and you thought, that looks too campy, that looks too goofy, that's not how I want my Superman, you're probably not going to like the movie. If you saw the trailer and said, that looks incredible, it looks like straight out of a comic book, I can't wait to see that, you're going to love the movie. Fortunately for me, I was the latter because I love this movie. This is probably the most comic book movie of all time, where it almost feels like an episode of Superman the Animated Series at times, where you got the day-to-day life of Superman going to go fight giant monsters, fight villains. The movie flat out throws us right in the middle of it. It was a little bit odd when you first started watching the movie because you're like, okay, are we going to get a flashback to see how we got here? Is it just going to be explained in exposition? A little bit confusing in that aspect. As soon as we get into the middle of things, you just get full on invested. And it feels just like a day-to-day life of Superman with Lex Luthor causing a plot. First big things I want to talk about is the cast. David Corenswet, amazing. Rachel Brunhazen is also amazing as Lois Lane. And Superman and Lois's chemistry in this movie is amazing. Some of the best that probably has been in Superman history. I love these two together on screen. The big scene stealer for me was Lex Luthor, or Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor. One of the biggest haters in cinematic history, I think. He definitely captures what I think a Lex Luthor should be. Just a guy who hates Superman, and Nicholas Hoult's performance is perfect. I saw the trailers and I was like, I don't know how I feel about Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor, and he absolutely kills it. If you've had those reservations, prepare to throw them out the window because he is awesome. You also get the Justice Gang, Guy Gardner, who's played by Nathan Fillion. You also get Hawkgirl, who's played by Isabella Merced, and Mr. Terrific, who is played by Eddie Gathegi. And he is also awesome in this one. Every member of the Justice Gang has great chemistry. What James Gunn does very well is make movies that have this ginormous cast. Team movies, where they're part of a team. And the team here is great. The Justice Gang is great. Also, Anthony Carrigan as Metamorpho. Also, I love the way he was utilized in this movie. I just love this cast all around. They are all perfect. The characters themselves feel like they were pulled from a comic book. You saw the trailers of Superman and you thought, I don't know if I like Superman getting all defensive yelling at Lois Lane. But I'm here to tell you, this is a very good Superman. The movie explores themes about humanity, what makes us human, and Corenswet's performance and the writing for the Superman character proves that he's a very young Superman, but proves that he's still Superman. And he's awesome. Lois Lane, perfect Lois Lane. I already mentioned my piece on Nicholas Hoult's Lex Luthor. Guy Gardner, Isabella Merced as Hawkgirl. They all feel like they're comic book characters. And if you saw the trailers and you saw all the casting announcements and you thought to yourself, this is going to feel overstuffed, this is going to feel like a team movie in my Superman movie, it's not that at all. It's very much a movie about Superman. It is very much a movie about Superman, what makes us human. He is the forefront, and all the other characters in this movie are just side characters. They don't really have their own plot. They're here to help Superman. It doesn't feel like a team movie. It doesn't feel like a movie that's trying to set up the entire universe. It's a Superman movie. and it's awesome. Understandably so. As a start to a cinematic universe, I feel like they didn't set up that much stuff at all. They didn't set up anything to make you be like, oh yeah, I cannot wait for future projects. It's very much so a standalone Superman movie, and it works for that. It doesn't feel overstuffed in the slightest. The action is really good in this movie, mainly because James Gunn's direction. I saw it in IMAX, and you feel every hit. You feel the flying scenes. It's all shot great. The CGI, a lot of people complained from the trailers, and I was one that was like, okay, some of these shots don't look good. And despite one or two shots, I feel like CGI still is very good. There is one certain scene from a trailer where a guy gets punched and his teeth go flying out. I think it works very well on screen. There is a couple of examples of bad CGI. Baby Joey, not really, it's not a spoiler because it was shown in the marketing, but I'm not going to say much. Just Baby Joey, once you see him, he's very distracting, it looks very goofy, and the CGI for him is awful, but that's about the only time that I can think that CGI doesn't really work. The themes, I've already touched on this, are very much about humanity and what makes us human, but I feel like the movie also kind of replicates real-world events. Not to get political, but my thought out of the theater is like, this is kind of exactly what's happening in our world. I'm going to leave it at that because I don't want Republicans or Democrats to go after me. This is not a political channel at all, but it kind of replicates what's going on in the real world, and I feel like that's going to be something that people that don't like James Gunn are going to say, oh, he's going too political in my Superman movie. But I still feel the themes and the story really works. Like I said, it's almost like a day or a week in the life of Superman just with this big plot, and it is really good. I don't feel the story gets convoluted. I don't feel like it gets too crazy or anything. Couple minor flaws. As you can tell, I love this movie. I found it to be a very amazing Superman movie. Couple minor flaws. The movie, and this is how my brother put it out of the theater, and normally, if there's a movie I love, and he loves, because he really liked this movie too, there's going to be something he says that I'm like, okay, dude, you're stupid. This one is not that. It gets too over the top at some scenes. I'm not going to spoil the movie, but they do something in a certain area that I feel just is too weird, too zany for my Superman movie. And it feels quite literally like it was pulled from a comic book movie. Like, there's probably about 5 minutes where I was like, okay, I don't know what's going on here. And as very much as it is a movie about Superman, and it is a great Superman movie, it's not the classic Superman. If you're looking to Superman and he's sent to Earth to protect the people and all of that and this Kryptonian heritage, it's not that. They do some things that I'm seeing people minorly complain on Twitter about, like, they're not sure if they like that. It's not really a problem for me, but a lot of people could probably leave this film thinking, that feels like fan fiction, Superman. It's not something that Superman would do. I didn't feel that. I still found that it was a fantastic Superman movie. But a lot of people can feel that, and with the sometimes weird. I could see people walking into this movie and leaving saying, that was not what I expected, especially if you're a casual moviegoer. If you're into the space like I am, you wanted this movie. And you got this movie, and it is a great movie. It's not my favorite James Gunn superhero movie. I am going to have a James Gunn ranking coming this weekend, but it proves once again that James Gunn is a fantastic director. He made, yet again, another fantastic superhero movie, and I cannot wait to see more in this universe. Before I give you my final score, please make sure to subscribe, like button, hit the bell, and comment down below what are your opinions on Superman, or if you haven't seen it, what are your expectations for it. Comes out this weekend, spoiler review, James Gunn ranking, it's all going to be this weekend. I didn't watch all the other Superman movies in time, so unfortunately there's not going to be a Superman ranking, but if we get a Superman 2, which I hope we do because I would love to see more of these characters, then I will have a Superman ranking in the future. With that said, Superman captures everything I wanted. It's a comic booky movie. The story is great. The cast is absolutely perfect in here. The action is great. And James Gunn, once again, makes a great superhero movie that I am dying to go back to the theater and rewatch. That's why Superman is going to get an A. It's not getting an A+ because of a couple minor issues. But I love this movie. I thought it was great. And yes, you should go watch this on opening day. Thank you guys for clicking on this review. Stay tuned for the spoiler review and the James Gunn ranking coming this weekend. And with that said, subscribe.